My name is Jason Hackler. I'm a lieutenant with the Mebane Fire Department. I've been with the city of Mebane since 2015. When this station was built on Mebane Oaks Road, we hired 9 employees. That was one of our biggest hires to date, and that's when we opened the station up. So I came in as a driver in 2015, and in 2020, I was promoted to lieutenant. At the station, we carry an engine, a brush truck, and a ladder truck. And today we'll kind of go over the apparatus that we carry and we use. So this engine behind me is engine 33. It's our first out engine for this side of the town. We staff it with 3 paid firefighters. It responds to a variety of calls, from medical calls to wrecks, interstates, to house fires, to outside fires, and so the equipment we carry, it has to go in sync with that. So it carries a lot of hose, medical equipment, and we even have some extrication equipment on it to cut out people out of cars if we have to. It responds on the interstate, and we use it to protect us as well. So that's why you'll see the engine kind of taking a lane to give us some room to work around the interstate on an accident or a medical call, something like that. The truck is a 2017 model. We currently have a new engine that we just got in 2 or 3 weeks ago, and then we have another new engine on order that we should get in May. All of our engines are set up the same. They all have 1,000 gallons of water, and they all carry the same amount of hose on it, so that every truck across the city is the same. So the driver of this truck is he's responsible for making sure the truck is placed in a scene correctly, and also he's in charge of all the equipment of the truck as well as pumping the fire truck. So these hoses, when they come off the truck, the driver he runs the pump that gets the water out of the truck through the pump and then out of the discharges that we have. This is the way water comes in the truck from a fire hydrant, and this is the way it comes out from the pump. So we have currently 200 foot of pre-connects here, so we have to stage the truck accordingly so that we can make our hose reach. So the example of 200 foot would be, and this would be point A, and then David in the side of the tree down there would be point B. That's 200 foot. So in our placement, we try to make sure that we park close enough to the house or to whatever's on fire in a safe location, but allow enough hose to work inside the structure and around the structure. So that's kind of like a judgment call whenever we start going, pulling up to the scene of where we need to park at. Other hazards we look at is power lines. We have to look for way vehicles are the vehicles in the area for access for us, and not only for us but people trying to pass by so we don't get hit. So a lot of times that's why we will try to close the street down just for our protection if it's very tight. So this compartment here is the engineer's compartment. It allows the engineer or driver, however you want to call it, he has the adapters where we have, if the hose needs to be longer, we take adapters to make that happen. Sometimes we have to use larger hose and downsize it to smaller hose. So that allows us to go a further way. Some fires we've currently had here operated on, we had one hose line was over 700 foot long in a commercial fire. As you drive around Mebane, you see we have these large commercial buildings. They're a whole lot longer than 200 foot. So we have to adapt and overcome with hose placement and stuff like that. So that's where all this stuff plays a key factor. So this truck, when the firemen are going through the call, we have capable of putting our air packs on going down the road while we're still in the seat belt. And so when we get to the scene, the firemen are ready to fight the fire or to go to work instead of putting the air pack on, getting out of the truck. We carry spare bottles on the trucks because usually the run time of an air bottle depends on the situation we're in. The goal is around 30 to 45 minutes of working time. And so we carry spare bottles on the truck, so when we come out from the scene, out from the call, we can change out bottles to go back in. We also carry what's called a RIT pack here. Every engine in the city has this on there. This is kind of our lifeline. If we go down, this bottle in this air pack here, it's a larger bottle. It has more volume of air, and it allows us to get to the down firefighter and give him air. And then we have ways that we can continue giving the firefighter down until we get him out. A lot of training goes into this. We try to do something regularly on that type of training, just so that we stay proficient in that. In doing that, we can be in smoke-filled conditions, high heat conditions. So there's several things that we can do to train with that there. This compartment here, this is our fan. This is probably one of the most used things that we use on a fire call. If someone burns food and it sets the fire alarm off, the fire alarm is not going to reset till we get the smoke out of the house or out of the building. So this fan is an electric fan. It allows us to put fresh air in the building, or we can turn it around and blow air back out of the building. So depending on the size of the room, we have to compartmentalize the building so that we can work most efficiently and getting the smoke out of the building. So in the back of the truck, our hoses on the back up top. This larger hose here, we mostly use it for hooking to a fire hydrant. It allows us to flow a larger amount of water. And then we have our two pre-connects here that are 400 foot long, so that we can add to that cross lays on the center that's 200 foot. This allows us to go to keep adding as well, just because it's in a different location. All the hose can be combined together. The 5-inch hose we have here is 800 foot of hose. So if you look in the city, our goal in the city is to have a fire hydrant every 500 foot in the city. And that way, no matter which way we come in, we should be able to gain access on it. Some are up to 800 foot. That's why we have 800 foot of hose on the truck. Just because some areas can't exactly have it every 500 foot. We also carry ladders in the back of the truck. This is a 24-foot ladder. This allows us to go to roofs, get people out of windows, stuff like that. So on our arrival, the main thing we look for is life safety, right? So if we see someone on a balcony or hanging out of a window, we're going to go get you. And this allows us for fast access to grab the ladder and to get the ladder to you so we can get you down. So in this compartment, we have our Jaws of Life. It's battery operated. It weighs about 45 to 50 pounds, but it allows us to be further away from the truck. A lot of the stuff back in the day was all line driven, and if it was connected, like our rescue truck, we only had 100 foot from the rescue truck that we could work on. This allows us to come off the truck, and if the vehicle is down an embankment, allows us to work further away from the truck now. So it's a very cool concept they have now. So this compartment here, this is just our general tool compartment. We have the axes, the Halligan bar, a broom for getting glass up at wrecks, pry bars, and then we have a rake here so for outside fire, so that we can kind of make a fire break on a ground fire is what this is for. Again, we run medical calls as well, so we have a trauma bag and an airway bag. We provide BLS care at an EMT basic level, so we can do advanced airways. We can do, we give some types of drugs, like epinephrine, albuterol, stuff like that. So every day we make sure our bags are right. Even if the shift the day before checks it, we always check it our day to make sure that it's right for us. Just because if they had a call, something got switched up and stuff like that. So we want to make sure that our bags are right every day.
Do y'all administer Narcan?
Yes, we do. We do also Narcan. We can give Benadryl, aspirin. So several things that we can administer. And then this here is an AED. Every fire apparatus has an AED, and it's allows us to shock. And we carry pediatric pads and adult pads in here. So every month we do a training on EMS, a topic, and then we try to make sure that over a 4-year period of time that all of our boxes are checked for all the training we need, and every 4 years after every 4 years we recertify. This is a booster line. It's a 1-inch rubber line. So if we have a small trash fire, woods fire, instead of pulling the bigger hoses, we can actually pull that off and soak the area down and put the grass fire out or something like that. Side of interstate, if we have a small grass fire side of interstate, this allows us to knock the fire down real quick, make sure it's out, and then we can roll it back up with the hose reel, and then we can get back in service or get off the interstate is the main thing. So on all of our engines, we carry what's called a front bumper line. This allows us to nose into like vehicle fires and allow us to kind of operate in a safer manner, getting hose off the truck. So under this compartment right here, it's 150 foot of hose here, and so our guys are able to come and grab the nozzle and the couplings, and we can pull it off. It also allows us to have extra hose on a larger fire as well. If we're not using this hose, it's easy to access to add to other lines.